Hi, I'm Tim Carter from AskTheBuilder.com, and I'm up here in my man cave ham radio shack. And it's Valentine's Day 2016, and here in New Hampshire, where I live, this morning when I woke up, it was 7 degrees below zero at my house. Many other places nearby were almost 20 degrees below zero. So it was cold in our home, even though we had the thermostat set at 70 degrees. And my wife was not really happy when she woke up, and she was a little perturbed. Here it is, Valentine's Day, and she says, I just want to be warm. So I want to explain to you why your home is cold when the heating is on. Here's the primary reason. Understand that furnaces and boilers, they come different sizes, just like shoes. Maybe you wear a size 6 or a size 9 or a size 11, whatever. Each house has what we call a different heat loss per hour, and it's calculated in BTUs. So your home might have a heat loss of, say, I don't know, 100,000 BTUs per hour. And the way they measure that, now this is where everybody kind of goes off the rails, is they just kind of take what the average low temperature is across the wintertime area where you live. So in other words, if normally, it gets down to, I don't know, let's just say it just normally gets down to maybe 15 degrees at night. And, then in the daytime it warms up to 35 or 38. So, and you want your house at, say, 70. So, they're trying to make up that, that 55 degrees, of difference. So what happens is that I think the best way to describe it is, think about it this way. I'll go to an extreme. Imagine if you were in a home and you tried to heat it with a candle. A candle puts out some heat. If you put your finger over the flame, you're going to burn your finger, but there's no way that candle puts out enough heat to heat a home. So let's go the other extreme. Imagine if you built this huge raging bonfire in your home somehow that, so it wouldn't burn the home down, but it might be putting out 300, 400, 500,000 BTUs. It would get so hot in your house, you'd be sweating to death. So, you want to try to find the happy medium. Well, heating and air conditioning engineers long ago figured out how to do the math, and they figured out how to measure how much heat your home is losing on an average day or an average night. So that's the kind of furnace that you want to put in. You don't want to put in a furnace that's too big, because then it will short cycle. And what short cycling is that, let's just imagine you have this jet engine for a furnace, and your thermostat called for heat. The furnace would come on, it would generate all this heat, it would blast the heat out through the ducts. The heat might be coming out at 140 degrees, and very quickly the thermostat, on the wall would get satisfied and go, oh, we don't need to be on anymore, the furnace. So then the house hasn't had a chance to heat up. In other words, realize that you need to heat everything up in the room so that everything, the carpeting, the furniture, the walls, the light fixtures, everything needs to be about 70 degrees, not just what you're feeling. So that's kind of what you're up against. You need that furnace to run a while. So if the furnace was not big enough, then it would turn on, and it would be like the little engine that could. It would just keep chugging and chugging and keep on. It would just burn on all the time, yet you would never be comfortable. Okay, so the point is, when it gets really cold, abnormally cold, much colder than it normally is, your furnace just can't keep up. That's why you're cold. And the same is true if you live down in Phoenix or down south in the summertime with respect to air conditioning. You need to size those just right too. The last thing you want is you don't want to put in a big air conditioner, an oversized one, because it will short cycle. Short cycling air conditionings are the worst, because then your house becomes cold and clammy. You actually want air conditioners to run for 20, 25 minutes an hour so that they extract the humidity out of the air. So anyway, that's why your house is cold. What I would recommend, if you want to stay warm, is have some type of supplemental heat. I don't care if it's an electric portable heater. I wanted to have a beautiful decorative wood stove, but my wife doesn't like them too much. But if we would have had a wood stove here in the house today, let me tell you, I would have gotten up early, stoked that bad boy up, And by the time she came out after her shower, it would have been toasty warm inside the house. So that's why your house is cold when the heating's on, because most likely it's just abnormally cold and your furnace just is not going to be able to keep up. So simple as that. Hope you enjoyed that tip. I'm Ask the Builder, Tim Carter. If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to askthebuilder.com.